Yeah, they got it bumping.
Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude in this place, he out cold. With a tombstone, grapple the waist, get laid flat. Can't escape, nowhere to go, the cage match. It's on now, when I spot him, it's no problem. Everybody stone cold till they hit with the rock bottom. Sharpshooter, I won't miss him like Bret Hart. Like Al Snow, they gon' need him a head start. I just might catch a better body than Mickey James. Get acquainted with the name, we bringin' the pain. Like Kane in the ring, all I see is red. Paul era, Undertaker, I can see the dead. John Cena putting hands in your face. 10 DBS, keep a milli on the waist. B2TF, better stay in your place or get smacked down, play it safe. What you talking about?
Welcome to the latest edition of Boot to the Face, powered by FullPressCoverage.com. Go there for all your sporting wants and needs, where I am sure they will talk about football and wrestling and baseball. Baseball is coming down to the wire. My Braves are down 2 games to the Mets with 6 games left, and they're about to do a 3-game series starting tonight. So the Braves, the Diamondbacks, and the Mets all fighting for 2 playoff spots, a 3-team race, all separated by 2 games.
That's crazy. It's always more fun when it comes down to the wire like that. I'm guessing, like, you got the sympathetic baby face, so to speak, would be like the Mets, right? The Braves just won. The Mets haven't won one in forever, I'm sure. Like, probably like you don't have any horse in the race, you'd probably be going for the Mets if you're average fan out there in America.
Yeah, but
and
the
your
Braves
team's
are
up.
like America's team in baseball.
I don't know how true that is. It's like
You're a little
that.
younger, so you weren't coming up on the TBS Superstation where the Braves were all over the country and kind of everybody watched them.
I remember those days, but I mean, I feel like that's definitely, if you're down south, you're probably a Braves fan. That's definitely a down south team. But you know, like I said,
I don't know nobody that thinks the Mets are baby faces. They're from New York.
yeah, but they're like the little brother team of New York. You know, they always joke about them Nets, Mets, Jets, and
Yeah.
I think Islanders are like the outcast teams of that area. So, you know.
They all got the same colors except for the Jets. The Jets fucked it up.
What
And
about
the Knicks?
I was about to say the Nets got black.
Yeah, I guess the Knicks and the Mets are more whatever. What'd you do this weekend, EJ?
I went to a Mizzou game, a Mizzou Tigers game. It was my girlfriend's birthday weekend. Did that. Went to a nice restaurant in the area, a nice steakhouse, and besides that, just chilled. Besides those 2 things, I took a lot of the weekend going to the football game and the restaurant. Oh yeah, we did karaoke. That was fun.
Isn't Mizzou ranked pretty good this year, or have they lost already?
They're undefeated. They're top 10. They were 6 going into last weekend, but that was a sloppy win. They barely got by Vandy, so I think they got dropped like to 8 or 9.
And Mizzou's ranked in the top 10. That's pretty good. They had a good football team like 10 years ago. Was it Chase?
Daniel? That was like 15 years ago. That was a while.
They were pretty good. Mizzou's got some cold ass uniforms.
I like that Big 12 uniform. I don't really like these SEC. Like, they changed the color from like gold to yellow. Like, how you gonna just change the school color like that?
I didn't know that. Well, maybe I'm just talking out my ass. From what I remember, when they used to wear like black and gold.
Yeah, that was dope. Those were dope. The black and gold jersey.
I always thought they were, especially when it was mostly black. Those are good. That's cool. I hadn't been to a college football game in a long time.
You got Roman Reigns' alma mater down the street, which we'll probably be talking about. Georgia Tech. I'm sure those tickets aren't bad.
Nah, I want to go to. Actually, I need to look it up. I need to try to find a UGA weekend where they're playing like Vanderbilt or fucking who's another scrub ass school they play. I think they're getting all their cupcake games out of the way now. I need to find a cupcake game to go to where the tickets are like $20.
The hell with Athens. Some rednecks try to fight us there, so fuck them.
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
That stadium is dope though. You have fun time.
Yeah. I hadn't been there in 15, 20 years maybe.
Yeah, I hadn't been there shit. It's 13 years, so I've only
Yeah, it's
been there
been a minute.
once.
So my buddy was in college. I went to a couple of games when he was up there. Um, but yeah, I need to go to a UGA game. That'll be fun. Then go party in Athens. Probably go up there. I think the move would be to go up the Friday before after work and just party that night, and then just come back home after the game instead of because that traffic's gonna be hell on Sunday trying to get back home.
Yeah, Atlanta traffic, that ain't no joke.
Yeah, I didn't do shit this week. What did I do this weekend? I had a work event. They did driver appreciation at my job, and the timing is crazy. EJ, we were just talking about electric smokers last week, and we had a raffle where they were giving away all kind of shit. And we got down to the last prize, which is an electric smoker, and guess who won?
You did.
So I was out there smoking ribs on Sunday.
Where? How's it compared to your pellet? Do you have a pellet smoker?
No, I never had a pellet grill. I had an electric smoker when I owned my house in Canton, and I got rid of it when I moved to the apartment because it was just too fucking big. Um, because I had a combo. I had a charcoal, gas, and electric. Charcoal grill, gas grill, and electric grill. I mean electric smoker, and I loved it. Like we were talking about last week, it's so easy. So Saturday night, brought it home, put it together, fired it up for 3 hours, burned all the shit off that was on the inside. They say to like let it run for 3 hours, get rid of the chemicals and shit. And then the next day went to the store, got some ribs, fucking all the shit to go with it, and we were cooking on Sunday, buddy.
All the fixings. I know you mentioned somewhere you're not allowed to have combustible things at your town home. Um, I guess so. That's no propane, but you could have charcoal, though, right?
No, it's combustible.
Oh, I guess fire in general.
Yeah. We have charcoal grills all throughout the property, but it's not at somebody's house. It's like in open areas where if there was a fire, it wouldn't like burn the fucking buildings down.
Gotcha. I guess they're trying to
And
be better safe than sorry.
yeah, they're like community grills where, people don't fucking clean them when they're done. They just let the shit burn out and leave all their charcoal in there. It's fucking annoying, but I'll probably go cook one during the fall once it cools off a little bit up here.
Yeah, people have no clues. Like, clean up after yourself, like ruining it for everybody.
We could do a whole fucking podcast about the state of the fucking human being right now. Like, especially I'm out in public all day at work, man, and the shit I see people doing is just like I just want to slap the fuck out of people all day long. Just ugh, the filth.
Hey, they might catch you on the wrong day, and they might catch one, a hot
Yeah, I
one.
know. That's why I haven't done it yet. I hate to be trying to slap somebody on behalf of good people and get my ass whooped. It fucks it fucks the whole plan up.
Who's gonna whoop your ass?
I don't know. You never know. Like you said,
Yeah.
could be somebody on the wrong day. This
Yeah,
is Georgia.
yeah, they probably try to pick up a pistol before they try to actually throw hands.
Exactly.
But yeah, I know an indicator. Make sure they don't have cauliflower ear, and you good. You don't want to fuck with that.
If they get ready to start fighting, they start slapping themselves. Like, no, never mind, bro.
Yeah, you got it.
It's all good. Keep playing on your phone while you're driving. Who cares about safety?
Yeah, go ahead and kill somebody over a TikTok.
Yep. Got some pumpkin beer, EJ. Let's see if I can get it in there. Sam Adams Jack O. It's my favorite pumpkin beer.
I know you're a pumpkin spice when it comes to your coffee. I remember you dabbling, especially back in the 80 proof era with the pumpkin beer. How's this one?
This is my favorite one. There's a pumpkin cider that I like too. I can't remember who did it, but yeah, Sam Adams Jack O. It's really the only Sam Adams I fuck with. I did discover this weekend my girlfriend's friend started working at another bar, so we went to visit her. And we get there, and I was like, I'm not in the mood for like liquor. let me just get a Blue Moon. I've had Blue Moons before, but like I think Blue Moon might be my go-to beer when I go places.
Yeah, you just not having that epiphany, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I've had normally like the go-to is like Miller Lite or Coors Light or something light like that, but Blue Moon's like refreshing. Throw that
Uh,
orange in there. It's very light. Like I'm not a like this one Sam Adams is gonna have me my stomach like full and bloated. Like I can't drink a lot of beer. I can drink whiskey all night, but beer I can only have one or two. But Blue Moon, I could probably have 3 or 4 of them before I start feeling full.
and even though I've been drinking a lot more beer than I have uh, the past year than I have any other year. I'm a beer enthusiast, so I don't discriminate on any type of beer. Shock Top, Blue Moon, like you said, that's a delight. I'm surprised you're just now getting on it. You've been discovering a lot of new things in the past year or so. And you sushi, now you drinking Blue Moons. Who is this
I
Chris
mean,
Rucker?
like I said, I've had Blue Moons before, but I don't know something about this when I had this time. It was just like I could fuck with Blue Moon when I go out. Like if I don't want to get shit faced drunk when you go out or too drunk too fast, and you just have a couple drinks, I could fuck with Blue Moon.
You know what they discontinued and what would be a fall delight? I got to figure out if they have a beer that tastes similar. It was only around for like a year, maybe two. But Bud Light Wheat, that was a good fall beer. I can't even describe the taste because it's been so long, but those shits used to hit in the fall, and they got rid of them.
Mm.
Bud Light
What
Wheat,
about Bud Light Lime? They still got that?
yeah, that's like a summer drink. It's cool. It tastes like almost like lemon limeade or something like that. But those Bud Light Wheats used to hit, man. But they got rid of them.
I'm a big cider guy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I like ciders, pumpkin cider, tropical ciders. I like
Angry
sours
Orchard.
also. I like sours if they got a good sour at a bar. But again, I can only drink one or so of them before I start feeling like heavy.
Uh, like I was saying earlier, I like all types of beer. I feel like sour. That's like probably my least favorite, but I'll drink them. Like I don't mind drinking them, but definitely not a go-to. I like dark beer. A lot of people don't like dark beer. I like the dark beer.
Yeah,
Yeah, sour. Yeah, sour's not my go-to, but I'll drink a sour if like I see it on the menu and I just want to switch it up.
I don't even know what you
Considering,
mean by dark beer. When I think dark beer, I think Guinness.
yeah, like Guinness, like darker beer, the coffee stouts and all of that.
Wasn't Guinness made to be drank warm?
Maybe, but I'll pass on that.
I could be wrong. I thought Guinness was made to be drank warm.
I don't think any beer should be drank warm. That's just my opinion. I'm no
Black and
expert.
tan. You drink a lot of black and tans.
I haven't drank a lot of them. It's been a while since I drank them, but I don't mind those either. But yeah, we should start a spinoff, Boot to the Face, Boot to the Beer.
Beer to the face.
Yeah, Beer to the Face.
Then I'd have to start drinking beer, and I don't want to.
Yeah, shout out to Steve Austin.
Yeah. Um, let's get into some wrestling, EJ. You know, I get on Twitter yesterday, start doing a little pre-show prep, and I see your boy, not really your boy, Vince McMahon tweeting a long, drawn out fucking thing about how Netflix is trying to fuck him over and they're misrepresenting who he is as a person. And the first thing I thought was this motherfucker's scared. Like they about to reveal some shit about him. And then I got to thinking, because the Netflix series comes out, what, today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
I got to thinking, I wonder if originally, because they've been filming this for years, I wonder if the documentary was part of the deal to go to Netflix. Like Vince was like, I'll let y'all do a documentary on me if y'all put Raw on Netflix in a couple years. And now that they got the deal made already, Netflix is like, well, you're a piece of shit, so we're going to do the documentary how we want to, and we've already inked it with WWE. I wonder if that's how that all went down, because it's very odd that Netflix would post something shitting on Vince, and then what? 3 months from now, Monday Night Raw is going to be on there live every week.
I don't think it probably wasn't like terms of the deal. Like we'll do this documentary and you put Raw on Netflix. It probably were they're shopping deals around, and maybe one came after the other. Maybe they were like, we're going to Netflix. How about we do this documentary too, since they're going to Netflix, or the other way around, or he was doing the documentary and like, hey, this might be a viable option on putting Raw, but I don't think it was like terms in the deal saying that we get a documentary and events. But yeah, man, I was gonna put that on the rundown because he had those that statement and whatnot. But I'm like, I figured when we talk about it when we actually see it next week, because we definitely probably have things to say. But yeah, he's shitting in his pants. I wonder, like you said, I wonder what shit they about to reveal.
I wonder how much of it I'm gonna watch because it's like a docu-series, right? So it's what, like 6 episodes?
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
not.
even know that.
Yeah, I'm not about to watch fucking 6 hours of that shit. Like, I might fast forward through the bullshit at the beginning. Like, I already know how he bought the company. Like, give me the good shit. Let me fucking. I'm gonna fire that shit up around the attitude era. when
Yeah, I mean, he's like acting like surprised at a defamation of the character and all of this stuff. Like you shouldn't have been a piece of shit. Why you act
right.
so? You act like they're just making shit up. But yeah, I probably will watch it, but not all in one sitting. I'll do it like a weekly thing. And how were they? Did they have the Netflix deal while he was still around? I can't remember. It's been in the works for like a year now, right?
Yeah, and the documentary's been in the works for a couple years. Like, this is at least 3 or 4 years ago they announced this.
I remember. Well, maybe it started off as like a fluff piece, and then once he
Yeah.
got kicked out of the company, they're like, "Hey, we don't have to do this fluff piece. We can tell it how it is." Now
And I
he's
wonder if
struggling.
WWE like or TKO reached out to Netflix like, hey, y'all can tell the truth. Like, y'all ain't gotta hide nothing because we trying to distance ourselves from that nigga. So
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
whatever y'all want to say it.
Hey, he made his bed. Now he got to sleep in it.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
coming down the pike this weekend. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna find time to watch it.
Mm, your Saturday mornings, maybe throw it on.
I got more shit. I got electric smoker now, EJ. I don't know if you heard. I ain't got
Yeah,
time for Vince McMahon.
you could set it like once you throw it in there, you got time.
Hey, this Saturday morning cartoons this weekend was pretty good. I was enjoying myself watching wrestling.
Oh yeah, was that? Did you not watch SmackDown Live? Is that what you watched this Saturday?
No, I was out. Like I said, I went to the bar, and then Saturday we did our. We went to my work thing, and then kind of just day drink and watch TV and did other adult things all day long. And went to bed Saturday night, and then Sunday morning I woke up, made breakfast on the griddle, fucking fired up the smoker, and sat at my dining room table just watching wrestling, eating breakfast. Had a Bloody Mary. Like it was a good little time.
I don't want to get too far off track, but I know you're a breakfast guy. I'm not really a breakfast guy. Like I enjoy a good breakfast from every now and then, but I've been hearing like rave reviews for the Blackstone. Like what's so groundbreaking? I know you can do breakfast. I know you can do like hibachi. Like why did everybody stand by it so much?
Well, I'll tell you mine. Again, I can't have combustible things here. So the real Blackstone is a cast iron griddle, and it's
Mm.
huge, and you got to have propane. So I couldn't do that one. So I got the electric one. It's a little smaller. The main thing I love about it is it's so easy to clean. Like I'll cook, my bacon, eggs, and shit on there, and it's like Teflon on it. Like you literally just scrape everything off. It's clean within a couple minutes, which, excuse me, I fucking love. Second thing is electric. I can just set the temperature on what I want. Like on Saturday or Sunday, like say my kids are here, I'll get up early Saturday morning, make us a big breakfast, but then I'll make like breakfast for the rest of the week for me. So
Mm.
like I can get my shit to go because I wake up early as hell. I can't really cook throughout the week. I go to the gym 3 4 days in the morning before work, and then come home, go straight to work. I can grab it and go. I fucking love it. Um, Steaks are good on it. Like it's just easy, man. It's really everything. I don't know. You use it a lot more, and then I like cooking outside.
Okay.
I like not messing up my kitchen.
So I think that's probably like the biggest benefit is, like you said, being able to cook outside. Because I have the same concept. It's not like you said, not portable. You can't move it around, but like the stove top where it's like the attachment you can put it on top of the stove. I have a cast iron one and I have a regular one. And I guess it's like the same concept. It's easy cleanup. You just throw it. Oh, the cast iron one, it's cast iron, so you treat it a little bit different. But the other one, the regular one, it's dishwasher safe. You just rub it off real quick and it's easy cleanup.
Yeah, I when I buy a house, I'm gonna get me a real Blackstone because like I follow this woman on TikTok that's always cooking on her Blackstone. I'm just like, she makes the shit look so easy, and then the cleanup. Obviously, she's editing the camera and shit like that, but the cleanup goes really good too. And it's just like they even got the little portable like real Blackstones you can take camping and shit like that for people that like that. Which
Yeah.
is, I'm not a camper, but I imagine that'd be pretty dope to be able to have your food out and do it that way. But yeah, it's the real Blackstone's a cast iron. That's one thing that's a lot of people like that. And then, like I said, the cleanup is just like I don't know. That's a big thing for me. Not having to scrub and wash dishes all the fucking time. Just pull it out there, make it, and I mean my breakfast that I make in the mornings, man, it probably takes me 25 minutes start to finish. Bacon, eggs, pancakes. Like I go outside, I put the bacon on, I come in, start mixing all the eggs and shit like that together in the pancake mix. Flip the bacon, another 5 minutes, take that off, put the eggs on, go inside again, put the bacon away, come back, finish cooking the eggs. That's done, and then the pancakes go. Like it's such a quick process.
Yeah. Nothing better than having something that's convenient. Like you
Yeah.
said, and you keep going back to it since it's so easy. And
And especially this time of year where it gets cool outside now. Like during the summer, you gotta deal with the bugs and the heat and shit. Like it ain't the best. But this time of year when it's like in the 60s, shit, I'm gonna be out on my patio a lot this fall.
yeah, man. Fall, some people's favorite season, spooky season. Your birthday's right around the corner. So,
My birthday was in August.
oh shit, I was thinking it was October.
My daughter's birthday is October.
Yeah, yours is on the 13th of August, ain't it?
Yep.
I don't know why I was mixing that up,
I
but
was like, is my birthday coming up? I'm about to be 43 now. I
that
feel
was a
like I
brain
just turned
fart.
42.
That was a brain fart. But I was thinking fall. You like the pumpkin spice.
Feels like my
Football,
birthday.
football.
Football ain't treating me too well right now.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But let's talk about wrestling.
All right. Wrestling and football. On the Georgia Tech football field, we had a Cody and Roman showdown this past Friday where they went up like fucking Goodfellas or some old shit like that. How'd you like the segment, EJ?
uh, you know, I guess I could be cliche like everybody else and all other nerds out there talking about it. It was cinema. Yeah, it was done well, man. I dug it. Like, I can't remember the last time they've done something like that. I think they're kind of, taking a little bit of, notes from NXT. You see NXT do shit like that all the time. Like, outside of the arena, stuff like that. So maybe, Sean ran that by Paul. But yeah, I dug it, man. Gave it like this coming up match at Blood, was it Bad Blood? It's giving it a big fight feel, even though I doubt it's gonna be the main event. Um, yeah, I loved everything about it. They tried to have it where Cody is on the same level as Roman, but I don't know. Roman still just has that aura. Like every time he pops up on the screen, I don't think Cody's quite there yet. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man.
No, he's not. And a year from now, when somebody else has had the title, somebody's gonna have the balls to go back and one of these big podcasts or radio people, they're gonna have the balls to go back and be like, Cody's title reign was kind of mid after he finally won. And to me, it has been. And like you said, he just doesn't. Cody's the guy. Like he comes off as a star, when he's in the ring with anybody except Roman and The Rock. When he's in the ring with anybody else, he comes off as the big dog. But when it's him and Roman, like he just loses so much being on screen with Roman. I don't know why. And I've said it before, said it a million times. I just want Cody to be a heel. Like he just comes off so much better as a heel. He's such an asshole in that whole little that whole little like trade off. Even Roman was like, "Man, what do you want? Like, what do you want from me? You already got the belt.
Yeah.
Leave me alone."
You're in the way of me in life. But yeah, people like you said, people don't have the ball. I've been hearing like on shows that this Cody run isn't as cracked up as people thought it was going to be, and it hasn't been all that so far. So it's not like people aren't saying it already. But I get you. He's better as a heel. Like he just presents as a heel basically, except for he's not doing dastardly things like the way he pulls up in the suit and the way he talks. We always talked about that. The way he talks. It's not like the way a babyface talks, but I don't think we turn him heel right now. But I don't want to go off on a tangent, but this is kind of related but kind of unrelated. Not maybe to Cody specifically, but I always hear people talk about you have to have a babyface at the top of the card. Like I feel like that's an old trope. Like I don't think this is not like 1980 where people didn't know about the ins and out of wrestling and you had to go on these shows to promote it and have like, the white meat baby face because that's what the kids need an example of. And that's what you want to have on top. You have that because like I heard that on the show recently. Like why? You don't have to have a baby face on top of the company to be the spokesperson like that anymore because everybody, even younger kids know how wrestling works now. I mean, you just made the most money you have with Roman and he was a heel on top. So why do you have to have a white meat baby face to be the face of the company, so to speak? It's a new time in wrestling. Like things have changed.
Like you said, Roman was there for 4 years and they didn't have an issue. So I agree. I don't think that's a necessity either. But I mean, it's Cody's time. Like he came back, he climbed to the top, he got over his hell. For whatever reason, they thought he should be the one to beat Roman. And I don't know. I just don't see where this title reign's going. Like I saw a video on Twitter from the crowd at SmackDown. They were watching the video, and when Roman said, "I'm gonna take my title back," or however he phrased it, the crowd popped. Like, fuck yeah! And I'm like, damn. And there's people in wrestling circles that said the reason they did this cinematic thing like this and didn't do it in front of the crowd was because people probably would have cheered Roman more than they cheered Cody. So they put it in a neutral site where you couldn't see Roman getting cheered more than Cody.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was smart of them because, they're playing with fire, having these guys interact, and they're both supposed to be babyface, quote unquote. And we've seen they played Roman this whole bloodline era exactly right. They made him an attraction. So when he went away, people were clamoring for him to come back. But we see Cody every week. So, Roman wins.
I wonder if leaving Cody on Raw would have been the move and moving the world title to SmackDown.
Yeah, I think that you could have did that.
But then you got the domino effect of like Gunther wouldn't be world champion now because he'd be fighting for Cody's belt, and Drew and Punk, like that whole thing wouldn't have happened. Like there'd have been a big time domino effect though. But I don't know. It's just I don't think Roman and Cody being on the same show is doing Cody any kind of fucking favors.
It's not. And what I don't want to see, I'm hoping they're not moving towards this direction. I don't want to see Cody in War Games. Like you said, he didn't have anything to do with this bloodline story. It kind of interjected him in it. I guess it made sense and it worked out. He was able to finish his story, but they put him in this War Games match. I just don't understand. Like he has nothing to do with this family civil war.
What if Cody had his own team? Like Team Cody. It'd be him, Homelander, Joe Burrow, Uh, who the fuck else could we get that's got bleach blonde hair like that?
Eminem.
Eminem old ass couldn't be. I thought his hair's dark now.
He goes back and forth.
Yeah, Cody could have his own fucking team. Him and Joe Burrow, they dead
Cisco.
ringers. Cisco play thong song to their entrance music. Cisco's a little bitty motherfucker. I don't know if he'd do well in war games.
He get tossed around, but you serious about him having his own?
No, I'm just
Oh.
talking.
No, I was gonna say maybe he have his own, because they need to bring back the traditional Survivor Series match in addition to War Games. I think that would be dope. They haven't done it yet since bringing in War Games.
What's the deal with Kevin Owens? He gonna turn on Cody or what? He keeps teasing it.
I don't want to see him be a Big Show type, flip flopping back and forth. He's good in his like anti-hero situation. Remember they tried to do it with him in the New Day? That didn't really work.
When he turned on the New Day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he
That
still
didn't
got
really
booed
work.
when he did it.
Yeah, for like a couple weeks, and then people didn't really care. Like they are lacking heels, so it'd be good on that front. But I don't like knee-jerk reactions like that if you just booking just because you're out of heels and you do. Because the fans love KO right now, but they're teasing it, so I think it is gonna happen.
I mean, unless Cody starts fighting against Roman or The Rock pretty soon, like he's gonna need a big heel to go against. But he just had a match with Kevin Owens.
Why not do Randy?
That's predictable too, though. Like everybody's like, it's just a matter of time before Orton and what if they both turned on Cody the same night and then got mad at each other? Like you turned on him first, and I was gonna do it, and then they start fighting.
That'd be hilarious. Book it. Book it.
Or if they had some kind of, because wrestlers don't watch the show, right? So if KO and Orton had some kind of agreement to like see who could turn on them first, but make it like, I don't know, they could have something set up. Somebody smarter than I am could write it to where KO and Orton both knew they were going to turn on. They just didn't know when, and they were trying to see who would do it first.
I don't know. Whoever was in the boardroom when they did this last draft, I don't know why they did it so lopsided like this as far as like heels and faces on SmackDown and Raw. I know Raw has the extra hour, but I don't know. Maybe now that they're going to Netflix, maybe it'll be more even next draft.
Speaking of Raw, we have a new Intercontinental Champion. My boy finally got his singles title, EJ. I was so happy last night. I was watching in my bed on my phone because I was about to go to sleep. And I was like, honestly, I didn't think it was going to happen. So I was like, let me watch the end of this match. And now I'm like, fuck, if I knew it was going to happen, I'd have threw it on the big screen. I'd have had a drink. Yeah. But who knew there was going to be a fucking title change on Raw? But main event Jey Uso finally gets his first singles championship. EJ, you called it. You said he should get a run with the IC title before he gets a run with the world title. I wanted him to go straight to the world title.
But man, you saying it the other way around. I didn't want him to get the IC title at all. I'm like, I feel like he, like the old person as like 20, 21 in high school, and you're like, man, this dude should have graduated a while ago. I feel like he's past the point of needing that IC title. Like in the Triple H era, they established it as the stepping stone title. I think he could have went straight to the world title. I remember you saying that you wanted him to get that IC title, but it's a good moment. But I feel like building the moment for winning the singles title is, people still get excited if he wins the world title, but a little bit of luster is kind of taken off now that he's got this IC title. And don't get me wrong, IC title's still good, but that world title, you would have saved the pop for that.
I don't mind it because, again, I wanted him to be the one to beat Roman at SummerSlam a couple years ago, but
yeah,
they have been pushing him as like he's never won a singles title. He's 0-6. Like he couldn't have fucking lost another one. You know what I mean? Like eventually, it's like this motherfucker ain't gonna never win. Let's just yeet when he comes out and then go to the bathroom during this title match because he ain't gonna fucking win. And now they pulled it off. It was the main event of Raw. It was pushed throughout the whole show. Like, don't forget Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker, and it was a really good fucking match. The crowd was into it, so I'm not mad at it. I think I think he could have like a good little 2 or 3 month run with it, where he's defending it, has a couple good matches, and then he graduates on to the world title.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have that notch under your belt. So when he does get the world title, he could be Triple Crown. But yeah, they were kind of like telegraphing it because they kept mentioning it. Like he's never won a world title. I'm like, this is y'all keep mentioning this. He's probably gonna go over on this one. And go ahead.
I was gonna say I felt the opposite. I felt they were so heavy handed that he wasn't gonna win. That's why I fucking watched it in my bedroom. I even put in our Discord like, does Jey win tonight? You were like, nope. I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
and that was before I kept hearing them mention it throughout the show. I'm like, they keep mentioning this, and then I'm like, there's a chance that he could actually win this. And lo and behold, he did. But you know what I will give him credit for is something that we talked about multiple times. It's more so with the mid card and the tag team titles. We were saying like you don't have to have all of these long title runs, so it's not that predictable. And more recently, Jade and Bianca, they had a shorter run. Alba Fire, they had a shorter run. Sammy's long wasn't super long, and then this Braun Breaker was a month and a half. So they are mixing it up with these mid card titles, making it a little bit unpredictable, and not everybody's gonna have a Gunther run. So I'll give them that. And it seems like they're gonna keep like the world title special as far as length.
Well, I mean, since WrestleMania, Gunther winning the WrestleMania with the IC title. Sammy's had it. Braun's had it. Now Jay's got it.
Mm-hmm.
The world title, Seth Rollins went into it with it. Drew got it. Damian got it. And now Gunther's got it. So you've got the same amount of title runs. But I do like that. I do like that Braun's only had it for like a month and a half. And he ran into somebody with momentum. Sometimes that shit happens. It happens in fighting. It happens in the world of real fucking boxing and MMA. Like, you can be really good and run into somebody that just fucking knocks your motherfucking ass out. You got to go back to the drawing board. But as far as this goes, this is something I just thought about. Let me ask you how you feel about it. Rikishi tweeted, a couple days ago, like, pray for Jimmy Uso and his health and all that. You think Jimmy might be a little more injured and not coming back anytime soon to get this bloodline storyline going? So they were like, well, fuck. If Jimmy ain't coming back, there's no point moving Jay back into the storyline. We'll just put a title on Jay, and that's why this whole Cody and Roman thing is happening.
Yeah, you might be right, but I didn't like him. His son tweeted too. Jimmy's son tweeted too, and I get it because that's their family. If something's going on, they're gonna want people to pray for them. But like, if you're not gonna tell us what's going on, then you probably shouldn't make a public statement because WWE's behind the scene people probably didn't like that being put out there like that unless you're going to tell the whole situation because you probably have people hitting them up, their PR department up and all of that. So then you're going to worry fans out there. So if you're not saying what's happening, I don't know why to put that out in the public because we don't know what's going on with him. It could be something minor. It could be something serious. But yeah, that might be the reason, like you said, why they put the singles title on him if they have to kind of pivot and have Jay stick with himself for a little bit longer.
Anything else you want to touch on Monday Night Raw before we get to power rankings and street close of the week?
I mean, I guess Bronson Reed. It comes to show you. I mean, the power of the pen is magical at times. It's like he wasn't on anybody's radar, and they've been featuring him heavy, and fans seem to be into it. Just like the car wreck and the monsters going head to head with it, and it's been working week to week. And yeah, I've heard he's always been a Triple H guy, and I guess it's the right time for Triple H to finally pull the trigger on him and having this last man standing match next week. It should be a train wreck that fans are into. So
that might be the guy that takes the IC title from Jey Uso.
I could see them doing that, or maybe having Braun Breaker get another run, a more longer run once he regains it. But yeah, either way.
Fucking, I see Bronson destroying Braun Strowman, and then him and Braun Breaker kind of arguing over who gets to fight Jey Uso and have another big hoss fight.
Braun Strowman and
No, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed fighting over who gets to go up against Jey Uso for the title.
I can see that.
Yeah. I'm liking Bronson Reed, man. His little fucking tsunami temper tantrum he has. I like that shit.
A little Bam Bam Bigelow-esque.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
Yeah.
I don't like Braun Strowman, so he needs to whoop his ass.
You not a Braun fan?
I ain't never liked Braun Strowman. Just big fucking dumb, strong. You know what I mean? Just big, dumb, and strong.
I mean, they kind of did the same formula with him 7 years ago. I think when he finally got drafted away from the Wyatt family, they cut that stupid haircut he had and just have him doing wild stuff.
Man, Roman made that guy. The only thing that was popular about him was everybody was hating on Roman, and he was whooping Roman's ass. That's the only thing that was good about Braun Strowman back then that people liked. Once Roman went away, I shouldn't say went away. Once he got his cancer came back, and he went away, like Braun fucking fell by the wayside.
I mean, he did win a world championship
in a pandemic.
I don't discount Drew's run. Still a championship.
Drew discounts his own run in the pandemic.
He discount his own run. A storyline.
Nah, he really feels it. Drew feels that shit. I can feel it for him.
Well,
he thinks he got hosed by the pandemic.
Well, cry me a river in the words of Jack Perry. His buddy, apparently.
That's funny. That was a funny post by Drew McIntyre taking a picture with Jack Perry because he hates CM Punk that much. They bonded over their hatred for CM Punk.
Goal.
That's some petty shit there.
Super petty.
Let's get the Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week, EJ.
Man,
I was first last week, so this is all on you.
I don't really have one this week now that I think about it. Shit. I'm trying to think. We had Dynamite, we had a Collision, we had SmackDown. Oh, I'll go with Chelsea Green when she was messing around with the dumpster.
Man, that's who I was gonna pick.
Well, you could pick her too, or you can pick somebody else. Did she have the pink get up on, or am I just misremembering things?
No, she had she's wearing like overall shorts and one of those reflective jackets and a little hard hat.
Yeah.
She is so funny.
That's the one.
You know, I don't know where I've been, but I always knew she was good looking, but she is really good looking.
I'm trying to tell you that.
I know I wasn't listening. I've been busy with other stuff.
Oh, I don't want to get too creepy on here, but shout out to you, Matt Cardona. Doing good for yourself.
Really are. Always ready. Shit, I would be too.
He probably got to keep some things on deck.
You know, I'm gonna do. Who am I gonna pick? I had Chelsea Green as my pick. I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
Monday night, she's out there talking that shit to Dom and Liv Morgan. She's dressing like black. I don't know if it was fucking latex or pleather. You remember what she was wearing just last night? Where she told Dom he's got to be in the shark cage?
She's always got the, combination of the black goth leather. She always makes it work.
I only picked her because you picked Chelsea Green now. And I didn't want to pick Liv Morgan again, who was looking good.
Yeah, I feel like you've been going back and forth between. This is like the second time I think Rhea's won. So it's been
really?
Liv and Rhea
Twice now?
Yeah, Liv, Rhea, and then Mercedes. It rotates.
Yeah, Mercedes, she can dress her ass off. She was like a fucking star every time I see her on TV. Problem is she's on AEW, and I fast forward a lot of that shit.
Hey, she's just now coming into her own. She's still got a lot of left in the bag.
Yeah. All right, let's get to this week's Power Rankings, and then we're going to predict AEW's Grand Slam, which happens Wednesday night. I will try to get this posted before that comes out, but AEW Grand Slam happens Wednesday night. We'll get those predictions going in. But as for now, let's go to our Boot to the Face Power Rankings, where we each Rank the wrestlers 5-1 from this past week, Tuesday through Monday.
You want to kick it off?
Sure, I'll go. I'm gonna pick Sammy Guevara as my number 5.
Oh, Bunkhouse Brawl.
Yep. Sammy Guevara. I guess I can throw Dustin Rhodes in there also. But Sammy then turned around and challenged Okada for the he gets a
Continental.
eliminator match or is it a title? I think it's eliminator match.
Ooh.
Yeah, he challenged Okada for a Grand Slam. So I'm gonna go Sammy Guevara number 5.
He's not gonna win, but I think it. My number 5. Sometimes we forget about Dynamite because it's usually close to a week before we record. But I gotta give it to Ricochet. Him and Black Taurus, I guess he's Beast Mortals now, had a really good match on Dynamite. And what is it? It's Ricochet and they're fighting at Dynamite 5, right? Ricochet and Will Ospreay.
Yeah, the 5-year anniversary.
Obviously a lot of this booking has been sitting around trying to get more attendance and ratings grabs, but I think you could have built Ricochet and Will Ospreay a little bit more. But what do I know? So I guess we'll see that at Dynamite 5. My number 4. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't agree with this theory, but I do agree with sometimes there's people that are so good in the ring, they don't need a story. You just fucking ring the bell and you forget that there's no story. And I think Ospreay and Ricochet are gonna destroy that match. But it would be better if there was a storyline involved.
It doesn't have to be like a super complex storyline, but let the anticipation build up a little bit more. You could have did Wrestle Dream if you wanted to do it sooner than later. I say Full Gear. You could have held out for Full Gear. They could have done their own thing until Full Gear, to be honest. But whatever. Tony Khan, he just got $170 million a year. You can't tell him nothing. But I digress. My number 4. Chris Rucker didn't like the outcome of this one, but I got the Professor, Serena Deeb. Her and Queen Aminata put on a banger on Collision. And now I think Serena Deeb has a shot at DMD. I guess that's a prize for winning a match, getting a shot at DMD, but whatever.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. She's taking on Britt at Dynamite 5.
Really? I didn't hear that. I did see a promo for Dynamite 5 that said like the date and then it changed to DMD where like she's making her big return. I didn't know she was fighting Serena Deeb though. I guess I missed that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my number 4.
Well, my number 4 and your number 4 are the same. Serena Deeb got the big win over Queen Aminata. I did not like the outcome of this. I think Queen Aminata is very up and coming. I'm honestly still kind of mad she didn't beat Athena for the ROH Women's Championship. Like, she's got so much momentum going. She's like the fucking poor man's version of Jey Uso. She ain't as over as Jey Uso, though, but you know what I mean. Like, she's getting a groundswell of support behind her. People like her. She got a good moveset. She got a great look. She was involved in a good storyline, her and Red Velvet against Athena and the rest of the minions in the ROH. But her and Serena were going at it and talking shit to each other, and then Serena just fucking beat her. Like, fair and square.
Yeah. You know, she's been back and forth between ROH and Collision, so yeah, maybe that's why they didn't give her the win, because she's killing it down in ROH. But I mean, I wasn't mad at her losing, but you know, winning is always good. But I think they can still circle around her getting that bet off Athena. Who else is going to do it unless they try to do Billy Starks going against her mentor? I hadn't watched ROH in a while, so I don't even know what's going on with the minions and whatnot. I know you peek from time to time.
And because of that, my number 3, Red Velvet.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did she wrestle on ROH?
I don't know. I just saw her on Instagram. She's number 3. She's still the champ. She did a dance on Instagram that got her into my top 5 power rankings because what she did was more important than what a lot of people did in the ring this past week. That's the way it goes.
It is. No further explanation needed. My number three, they got a little momentum going on. Damage Control. Io just beat Bianca last week, and this week they beat the Unholy Union in a pretty solid match on Raw. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane. My number three. My number two is still your U.S. champion. Hell of a match with Andrade, Mr. L.A. Knight. Everything besides him slipping on the rope. And even
he needs
before
to quit doing that move.
Yeah, even before I even heard, because Jonathan Hill was saying he needs to quit doing that move. I said that as soon as it happened. I'm like, why is he still doing it? It's unnecessary. It looks good when he does it, but he's slipped up a couple times doing it. And like he's 40 plus. You don't need to. It's like a high risk, high reward type move. It looks good, but it's too risky slipping up there. Because other than that, it would have been almost a flawless match if it wasn't besides that. But it's Andrade, though. Andrade can wrestle a paper bag. So,
and it's not even like LA Knight's one of those jump around guys anyway. So, like, it's so out of place for him to do it. And the fact that he slipped, like, it's like the third or fourth time he's fucked that move up. Like, stop. Just don't do it.
Yeah. But that elbow drop, when you put it in slow motion, it looked like he's high up there. So maybe you just keep that one and just get rid of that suplex one. Yeah, it's unnecessary.
It is, and that's also my number two. This might have been LA Knight's best match since he's been in WWE.
Yeah, and he had to tarnish a little bit by doing that extra shit.
Yeah, but still, with that said, this is probably his. Quietly, Andrade, Mello, and even LA Knight, like, they've got some really good wrestling going on SmackDown. Like every SmackDown episode for the last like month and a half, 2 months, you're guaranteed to get one really good fucking like 20-minute match.
Yeah. I mean, that's what when the SmackDown, the early days of SmackDown, once they split into the roster split, it was also always known as the wrestling show, and Paul Heyman was running things.
6.
Yep. So, like you said, you're always going to get some good wrestling on there when it comes to the mid card.
Man, those are some good days with Team Angle, the Guerreros, and then Edge and He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Kurt and Lesnar going at it. Like, those are some good days for pro wrestling on SmackDown back then.
Yeah. I didn't even watch a ton back then, but, when I got word of a good match, I make sure to tune in the next week. I don't even think we had DVR back then, but yeah, they were hitting on all cylinders back then.
I mean, my number one is easy. You the twos and we the one. Main event Jey Uso, your new Intercontinental Champion. I'm so happy. I wish the belt looked better. That's an ugly fucking belt.
I hated that belt since they introduced it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, I go away from, because they took away that classic one and they brought it back, or Cody brought it back. Then wasn't Cody the one to bring it back?
Yep.
But just keep it. Like, some things don't need to be tinkered with. But yeah,
that's why everybody's like, Cody's gonna bring back the Winged Eagle. Like,
no,
shut
the fuck
up. No, he's not.
Yeah. Can you really call him main event Jey Uso with a mid card title though?
Was he not in the main event last night?
I guess the mid card is a main event a little bit more, but I was just trying to be a dick kind of. But yeah, that's my number one as well, Jey Uso.
All right, EJ, let's get to this AEW Grand Slam card, and then I had it. There we go. It's a pretty big card. It looks like.
So
I don't know how.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but is the card you're looking at? Does it have a split between Dynamite and Collision? Because that's the one I'm looking at, has a split between Dynamite and Collision.
No, this has just everything for Grand Slam.
Well,
if you got one that's just Dynamite, let's do that. We don't have to worry about Collision because nobody fucking watches it anyway.
Well, no, let's not be those guys, because Collision's gonna happen in between the next show, so might as well run through that real quick too.
All right, we'll do all of them then. Mariah May.
Yeah.
versus Yuka Sakazaki. I don't like that Yuka chick at all. Like, I think that's the dumbest fucking gimmick, and it's just not my cup of tea.
What is her gimmick?
Where she acts like a little fucking kid, basically.
Yeah. I'm like, my memory is just bad because wasn't she around during the pandemic or maybe even before that? But she's in the video game. I don't have any memories of any storylines or anything with her though.
This is gonna sound awful, but I don't mean it in any kind of way. But back in the pandemic, they had so many like little Asian women that I've never heard of before. Like, she could have been around. I'd never fucking known it because it was just a bunch of women from Japan that I've never fucking seen before, and they all kind of blended in together.
Yeah, I'm looking at her profile. She was at the first Double or Nothing 2019. She was at Fighter Fest 2019. During the pandemic, she was there, like I thought, in the women's eliminator tournament. But I just don't remember anything with her.
Well, I got Mariah May winning.
Yeah, of course. Mariah.
And then
got that one.
What's her girl's name that she's been asking for?
Yeah,
Mina Shirakawa.
Mina Shirakawa.
She's gonna pull up.
See that.
Prince Nana's supposed to give an update on Swerve Strickland. Haven't seen him since he got injected with numbing cream in his gums. Bryan Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness. Maybe. We don't know yet. We don't know if Bryan's going to come. I would love it if he wasn't medically cleared and they don't even have the match.
I think that's what they should do because this build-up has not been good. It hadn't been face-to-face. People were wanting to see us for years, and you're rushing it on this show with no build-up for Bryan on Bryan's side. That promo that Nigel did on Collision was good, but he's talking to himself. Like, you could have did this at Wrestle Dream. Could have did that Full Gear. I don't understand why we're doing this now, but it's gonna be a good match if Bryan does come out. But like I said, that'd be funny if they swerved us and didn't even have it. I said that's the way to go.
I got Bryan winning, obviously, if they do wrestle. Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page.
Well, hold up. I don't know if I'm gonna pick Bryan.
Oh, I thought you did pick him.
If it's not for the title, I could see them doing a swerve and having Nigel win. I'll go with Nigel just for the hell of it, even though Bryan's gonna win.
This motherfucker can't just walk off a commentary and beat your world champion.
I don't know. AEW's done weirder stuff.
Okay, we'll see. Jeff Jarrett versus Hangman Adam Page in a grudge match. Why is Jeff Jarrett in 2024? Why?
And this is a Collision match. I would be with you, especially with the stuff that he was doing with Jay Lethal. But, you know, they've been kind of building up Jeff Jarrett, this new babyface Jeff Jarrett. So I don't mind Hangman beating the crap out of him. I mean, he's not going to win.
How is Jeff Jarrett a babyface in 2024? Nobody likes him.
I'm trying to figure out the same thing, but he's been coming out to chairs recently.
Why is he even on TV? Like,
That's a good question.
Like, he's just really forcing himself into shit that ain't got nothing to do with him.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why he's still on TV, but for some reason this hasn't bothered me as much as it did 2 months ago when he was doing the same old shit with, you know, the giant guy and Jay Lethal.
I got Hangman.
Yeah, Hangman. Take his pound of flesh.
We have Saraya, who was in the running for Street Clothes Wrestler of the Week, versus Jamie Hayter in a Saraya rules match. Did you catch the rules of this match, EJ?
Yeah. The rules are that only Saraya is allowed to use weapons, closed fists, hammer locks, use outside interferences, not make use of traditional 10 count, rope breaks, and the winner receives autographed copy of Saraya's biography.
Don't forget, Saraya has to initiate the offense. Like, Jamie Hayter can't hit her first. Saraya gets the first lick.
Hilarious.
I'm gonna say something I didn't think I would say 3 months ago. I'm not feeling Jamie Hayter since she's been back.
Well, it's because like the way they've been using her, really, they haven't really featured her like that. So they have an opportunity to, kind of turn it around and have her featured more. I'm sure she'll probably do some stuff with Tony. So it might be a slow build up, but yes, so far it's been like, okay.
I also feel like the look isn't the Jamie Hayter I remember.
What do you
Like,
mean?
she looks a little smaller, which, good for you. You got in better shape or whatever. But she looks a little smaller. I don't like the red, flowy hair. Like, it doesn't look like Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter's a badass, man. This woman looks like a model from the 70s.
I'm not mad
Kind
at
of
her
like
look.
bell bottoms on and all these bright colors. Like, Jamie Hayter was like dark and an ass kicker when she left. And now she's got all these bright ass colors on, bright, flowy red hair. It's like, when she first debuted, we all thought it was Becky Lynch. Now she really looks like Becky Lynch.
I didn't know that they were saying that when she first debuted. I've been hearing it when she came back.
If you go back and look, when she first debuted, I can't remember who it was she attacked, but when she took her hoodie down and looked at the camera, and Becky Lynch hadn't came back to WWE yet, everybody was like, even me, I was like, what the fuck is Becky Lynch doing on AEW? Like for a split second, and then I realized who it was. But she really looks like her now. Like she's gotten smaller. She got that long ass red hair. Like I don't know. It's not the Jamie Hayter I started to like back in the day. I know people change, but I hadn't got used to it yet.
I think you will eventually, especially when her storylines start ramping up some, and maybe she'll get involved with Mariah soon.
She even wrestles in brighter colors too. Like it's like last time she wrestled, it was like a bright green outfit. It was just like that's not Jamie Hayter. What?
I
Whatever.
know you don't watch Collision all the time, but I watch every week. They should just make that her show. Just have her showcase just her going in 20-minute matches and 15-minute matches. And
Who's she gonna do that with?
you got Thunder Rosa that's on there a good bit. You got Queen Aminata. You got Deanna Perrazzo on Collision. Just make that the Jamie Hayter show.
Yeah, we could do that. I'd watch a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got Jamie Hayter winning the Saraya Rules match.
Yeah, I'll go with Hayter too.
Jack Perry with a TNT Open Championship challenge.
Huh? Who do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know. Who's he beefing with?
I mean, this not anyone really after this.
Luchasaurus?
Nah, it could. I feel like this is an opportunity to have like a either return or debut, but I don't know who's gonna be. Maybe
It won't
Adam
be
Cole.
Miro because he asked for his release.
Oh yeah. I mean, we know he and CJ aren't together. Is he trying to go back to WWE?
I mean, he's probably trying to go somewhere. He ain't the youngest guy in the world, and AEW just got him on the shelf all the time. Like he's wasting away his prime years right now.
I heard he declines a bunch of things they have for him. So, I mean, what do you want them to do?
How do you decline going to work?
When you know your boss won't do anything to you, you just say no.
I'm sorry if I'm paying you a shitload of money and I say, "Hey, come do this," and you're like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." All right, well, I don't want to pay you. Like it's a breach of contract.
Well, when you have a yes man instead of a firm boss, that's what happens. But if he went back to WWE, I wouldn't be mad at it. I think he'd be in that same like Andrade pocket where he could do some good stuff, some good matches, be the workhorse type character.
I don't know who's coming out for the Jack Perry Open Championship, but he's gonna win. I don't see them taking the title off him for a while.
What if it was like Adam Cole that came back? That'd be dope. I doubt that's gonna happen.
We ain't seen him since NJF whooped his ass.
Yeah, what a injury prone, man. I mean, that sucks. Like he was like a big sign, and he just been fucking injured. Because I think like if he weren't injured, I think that's a Tony type guy that he likes. So Tragic.
Okada versus Sammy Guevara, AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match. Has Okada taken a pin since he's been in AEW?
I don't think he has, but I forgot to do my pick for the Jack Perry. I got Jack Perry in the one that we just talked about.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I don't think Okada, I don't think he's taken a pin yet, and he won't be at Grand Slam either.
Nah. It'll be a good match though, but I got Okada as well.
Yeah, I used to always get on WWE about having these eliminator matches, and they don't really do them anymore. Now AEW is doing them more. Like that doesn't make no damn sense. Like in real fighting, you don't have an eliminator match. If you're the champion, you're defending the title.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but whatever.
Chris Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith versus the Conglomeration in a Tornado Trios match.
This is an opportunity to have the learning tree win by some shenanigans. So I got the learning tree.
Yeah, I will too. I just don't see Jericho losing all the fucking time like he's lost a couple times lately. Hook versus Roderick Strong for the FTW Championship.
Man, the luster is worn off a Hook. Like I used to kind of like it because he like this was a skinny kid tossing people around, doesn't say anything. It's Taz's son, but he's just like just floating out there, not really doing anything. It's not working for me right now. I like what he was doing with Samoa Joe.
I'll say that. He lives
yeah?
his gimmick of fucking not giving a fuck and not caring, because when that CM Punk and Jack Perry video came out, he was just standing there eating Cheetos. Like, fuck going on over here?
Hilarious. I mean, maybe he is what he is. Like, because I was saying you have to evolve, but with his body type, like, what more can you really do with that? And he's not like a great promo. And I was hearing those whispers of him maybe, going to NXT, but I don't see what he'd do over there. But I got him winning this match against Roderick Strong.
Yeah, I got Hook as well. AEW World Tag Team Championship, the Young Bucks defend against Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher.
It'd be cool if they just did a surprise title change, because the Bucks have been, this EVP version has not been it for the tag team division. They've kind of tied the tag team division down. This is only their second defense, I want to say, since winning it. It was just crazy. Maybe third. Did they defend it at All Out? I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah, they did it against BCC. So this is like their third defense in like 6 months or whatever. It's crazy. But yeah, I got them retaining, and maybe Kyle turning on Ospreay or Don Callis doing some fuck shit.
I got Ospreay and Fletcher winning. Why not? Ospreay's not in the Don Callis family anymore. Takesha's pissed off that they put Ospreay in the match instead. This will just create more drama and a better story if they win.
Yeah, well, then what happens with the Bucks? Like, I feel like they could have done so much cooler shit with the EVP versus everybody, but it's kind of falling flat now. But then you're like stuck between a rock and a hard place, because you got this evil faction group on top without the world title, so you're kind of taken away from your world champion. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. But yeah, I got the Bucks still.
For a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship that Darby Allin already has, Darby Allin taking on Jon Moxley.
I don't get it. We already talked about it last week, though. But shit. I think I might go with Darby in this one. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I can see them setting up something between him and Danielson at Wrestle Dream.
I got Moxley. Ain't no way you put a fucking Kroger bag over a motherfucker's head and he don't get his get back.
Well, I can see Moxley losing by like a roll up or something, and then them just destroying Darby after that.
I got Moxley, and that'll be your Grand Slam. Gonna
Oh,
be two
yeah,
nights worth of.
yeah. You also have a match we didn't talk. I guess this will be a throwaway match. The Beast Mortals versus Hologram versus Jalistico. Whoever
Oh, that's not even
Jalistico
on
is.
my list.
Whoever Jalistico is. I guess I'll take Hologram. They've been pushing him a lot.
I'll take Mordos.
Okay. And none of us got Jalistico. But yeah, that's the last match on there.
Let's get to some NFL picks, EJ, and get the hell up out of here.
Oh, I forgot one more match actually. The triple threat match.
God damn, did Tony Khan just buzz in your ear like you Tony Schiavone?
And one more thing. We also got
We have just received word.
BCC Pack versus TBA. Remember they got Wheeler Yuta contemplating whether he could defend them or not.
Nah. Well, it's to be determined, so we don't fucking know who it's gonna be, right?
Yeah, so I'll take BCC and Pack.
Yeah, same. What do our records look like, EJ, for NFL this past week?
I just dropped it in the chat. We didn't fare too well. We kind of picked it up towards the end, towards like the Sunday football, but oh, that's not the right one. This is for this week. Yeah, that's the one. So for this past week, week 3, I went 7-9, and you went 6-10. Like this was like an unpredictable week. And
it's been an unpredictable year.
Yeah, weird shit happened. And overall, it puts me at 25-23 and you 23-25. So we're still close. But yeah, that was a rough week. But, it's always this week to turn it around.
Hopefully for the Cowboys.
Thursday night game is early, huh? That's
yeah, they needed one after getting their ass whooped 2 times. The Cowboys at 1-2 travel to New Jersey to take on the Giants, who are also at 1-2. They've both beaten the Cleveland Browns.
I'm still riding the train, even though they haven't given me any type of evidence to say otherwise. But I'm going with the Cowboys on this one.
Oh yeah, I mean, the Cowboys are the Giants' daddies, so I'm gonna go with the Cowboys also. And then you got the Saints come rolling into
Atlanta.
Hotlanta, GA. The Falcons, fresh off of everybody said they got cheated versus the Chiefs. I didn't watch the game. I went to sleep. But 2-1 Saints coming into Atlanta. This is going to be a good game. And the Falcons are probably better than people think they are. They're definitely better than a 1-2 record. And the Saints basically beat the fuck out of the Panthers and then just ran the ball over a team that can't stop the run in Dallas. So are the Saints as good as people think they are? Or are the Falcons better than people think they are?
I don't know, man. I thought the Saints were going to beat Philly, and look what happened with that.
Had they scored all them fucking points they scored against Dallas and Carolina, they would have won.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna go with the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons as well. Momentum is a motherfucker. So I know the Falcons are feeling good, even though they didn't win, but they look good against the Chiefs. So I think they're the more confident team that lost. So
one of the more surprising records in the NFL right now, the 0-3 Cincinnati Bengals. They can finally get them a get-right game because they're taking on the Panthers, who got to win this week. The Panthers got a better record than the Bengals do. Apparently, all they needed was fucking Andy Dalton to come in.
This is the Bengals' last chance for me. If they don't win this, I might not pick them for the rest of the year. But I got Joe Cool 2.0.
Yeah, I got Joe Burrow and the Bengals as well. The Rams, fresh off a great comeback against San Francisco. I turned that game off I think it was 27-3 when I stopped watching.
Yeah, it was starting to get away.
The Rams travel to Chicago to take on the Bears, also at 1-2. I'll take the Rams,
Really?
even though they got a lot of injuries. Yeah, the Bears are just. I don't know how the Bears even got a win. Caleb Williams playing like shit.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Bears won. But I think the Rams, they need this one to keep up with the Seahawks because the Seahawks right there pulling away. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
The 3-0 Minnesota Vikings. This could be the game of the week. Travel to Green Bay to take on the Packers. And Jordan Love should be back this week, right?
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Packers on this one.
Give me Sam Darnold and the Vikings.
All right.
Another surprising record, the 0-3 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Is it that surprising, though?
I mean, they told me Trevor Lawrence was that dude.
It's still the Jaguars. Some franchises are just what they are.
They traveled to Houston to take on the Texans, who got spanked last week.
Well, this is going to be a bounce back game for the Texans. I got C.J. Stroud and them boys.
I got the Texans as well. Another surprising record, the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. They didn't even have a quarterback going into week 1. These motherfuckers 3-0. Mike Tomlin, man, that guy. You can't tell me no different that he ain't one of the best coaches of all time.
Hey, our Cowboys should hire him.
He ain't coming to Dallas. Nobody coming to Dallas as long as Jerry Jones still alive.
Don't even get me started on that guy talking about meat. Like, what's going on with you, man?
The 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers travel to Indianapolis, take on the 1-2 Indianapolis Colts. I think the Steelers keep this train rolling. They go to 4-0.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh as well. Like, Colts looked promising early on. Richardson was throwing it well, and he looked terrible last game. So I got the Steelers as well.
Colts got some ugly fucking jerseys.
I didn't really notice them.
It looked like they're from the fucking 1970s. The 1-2 Denver Broncos travel to New York to take on the quiet 2-1 New York Jets. I didn't realize the Jets were 2-1.
Yeah.
I'll take the Jets. They'll be 3-1 after this one.
I didn't think the Broncos were going to win last week. I can't remember who they played, but they pulled it off. I got the Jets in this one. Oh, Rodgers and company.
The 2-1 Philadelphia Eagles travel to Tampa Bay to 2-1 Buccaneers, a team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year.
Yeah, what happened with the Bucks last week?
This NFL season's been like, it's crazy right now. Like, I mean, it's still 14 games left, right? But like, I don't think a lot of people would have thought that the Cowboys would be 1-2, the Steelers would be 3-0, the fucking Vikings would be 3-0, the Bengals would be 0-3, the Jaguars would be 0-3. Like, some of these records are crazy, right? 49ers at 1-2. Like, some of these records are crazy right now. The Patriots got the same record as the 49ers and Cowboys after 3 weeks. But you know, every year, 6 teams combined get into the playoffs that weren't there the year before for like the past 10 years or so. So the turnover in the playoffs is like, it's pretty fucking high.
Who did you pick with the Bucks and the Eagles?
I picked Tampa.
I got Philadelphia in this one.
Here we go. Here's something. This tells you how crazy the NFL is right now. Your first place Washington Commanders travel to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. You know why they're first place? Because they've got a division win already. And they're 2-1. So are the Eagles. The Commanders could take a commanding lead in the division if everything works out for them this week.
Hey man, I said Jaden Daniels, he might end up being better than Caleb Williams. Still early, but he looked damn good last night.
I didn't
But
watch, but
yeah, he was spinning it. He was spinning it. But I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on this one.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals also. Marvin Harrison Jr. looks like he gonna be a problem for a couple years. And Malik Neighbors also. Dallas gonna have issues with him. If they could fucking stop the run, they'll have issues trying to stop Malik Neighbors also.
It's one thing after another with the Cowboys.
The 1-2 New England Patriots travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. This will be a get right game for San Fran.
Yeah, give me the Niners.
The most predictable record in the NFL right now, the 3-0 Kansas City Chiefs travel to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers. And I don't think the Chiefs will be undefeated after this game.
You got the Chargers.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna pick the Chargers, but now that you said that, I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
The 1-2 Cleveland Browns travel to Las Vegas. I wouldn't mind doing that. To take on the Raiders. And also 1-2.
The shit bowl.
Give me the Raiders.
Yeah, I'll go with Vegas as well.
Sunday Night Football. The 3-0 Buffalo Bills travel to Baltimore to take on the 1-2 Ravens, who just escaped with their first victory in Dallas.
I'm gonna go with Baltimore on this one.
I think I'm gonna pick Baltimore also. I honestly didn't even have Buffalo going to the playoffs, and they come out the gate 3-0.
Yeah, looking good for at least a wild card, but it's still a long season.
Why the fuck are we having 2 Monday Night Football games every week now?
I don't like it, especially them running at the same time, which is annoying.
The first game, the Tennessee Titans at 0-3 travel to Miami to take on the 1-2 Dolphins. And what a shitty game, too.
Yeah.
This shit should be on at 1 o'clock on Sunday, like buried in those games.
I mean, Levis is looking like shit. Dolphins only got a quarterback. I saw that post you put is making fun of them looking for a quarterback. So Tua done? Is he retired?
No, they put him on IR. So he'll be out at least 3 more games.
Shit, I don't know why I'm gonna pick the Dolphins because I don't even have a quarterback, but I'm picking
them.
They
want to trade one of their running backs for Trey Lance, you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, even though I'm not confident in that pick.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
All right.
The 3-0 Seattle Seahawks travel to Detroit to take on the Lions at 2-1.
It's a good one.
Seahawks are a good team, man. DK Metcalf, that boy should not be that fast to be as big as he is.
Who you got in this one?
I think the Seahawks go to 4-0.
I have the opposite. I have the Lions giving the Seahawks their first loss of the year. That Detroit crowd's gonna be fired up. Might throw off some cadences and get some turnovers. So I got the Lions.
Gino. And those are your NFL picks for the week, EJ. So next week when we come back, we'll be able to talk Grand Slam. We'll be able to hopefully talk about the Cowboys finally fucking winning the game. And then we'll be predicting Bad Blood that week because your boy will be in Mexico.
Yeah, you make a lot of people jealous with your Mexico posts.
You know what? Just for that, I won't even post anything.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta live in the moment.
Nah, I'm gonna post this shit. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be like, look at y'all at work on a Friday, and I'm sitting here at a fucking all-inclusive resort drinking a margarita with butt cheeks everywhere.
What a dick move.
That's if the hurricane doesn't come and fucking Right now, there's a hurricane right over Mexico, and as of right now, it's supposed to rain the whole weekend. We're going to be there, but we'll be at an all-inclusive, so it is what it is. We'll still be in Mexico. The drinks will still be included, and so will all the food. You go to the pool, you're going to get wet anyway. What the fuck is the rain going to do, you know?
True that.
Anything you want to say if we get up out of here, EJ?
Nah, you covered it all. Like you said, we'll be back next week to recap everything and to talk about the never-ending cycle of the pro wrestling world. And shout out to everybody that's following us on all social media, in the Discord, subscribe to YouTube, and that's all I got.
For EJ Reed, I'm Chris Rucker. This has been Boot to the Face. Until next week, peace.
Leg drop, boot to the face, we won't fold. Quick to put a dude.